To be honest, I didn't even know what resilience meant in generally in life. I had no idea what it was. I know about it recently because I was told that I'm resilient. I didn't know. And then when I actually, thought about it and thought about my journey, then yes, I figured that I achieved everything that I have, all my recent achievements. So generally in life, my journey it was possible due to resilience, due to the strength I had, or the willingness, willpower, mental strength. These are the things which I used to consider impossible, even 3 years ago. And I only started mountaineering 3 years ago. I was just, a person who had a professional career. I had two kids, just like an average life, and all of a sudden now I'm the top Pakistani climber. It was all possible because of all the things that I just mentioned. So I had a tough childhood, and I my degree, I would say, was my first achievement. So I moved from Pakistan to UK to study aerospace engineering. My family didn't have the financial means, so I ended up working full-time nights. So I used to work full-time nights, and I used to go to university during the day. And I think the tough childhood with the strength, whether naturally in my childhood I became mentally strong, or it was that will to complete my degree, made me even more stronger, made me resilient. So I forgot where I started from, but yeah. So I think it was my degree that made me mentally strong. Then I started boxing whilst I was at university, and I never played sports before that. I only started at university because in Pakistan, when I was growing up, there were no opportunities for girls that time. So I started boxing, and boxing made me physically and mentally even stronger. And I did a track 5 years ago, and K2 base camp track, which is one of the hardest tracks. I would say it's even more difficult than climbing Kilimanjaro. So that was my first track. I came back, and I got pregnant with my first child. I never thought I'll climb, and it's just a random message on Instagram. Because when I did this trek, the intention was to do wedding photo shoot, and do a small wedding celebration. And somebody just saw my picture in the wedding outfit, so that they thought it's a crazy girl. Let's ask her whether she'd be willing to climb. Because I mean, if I was in a wedding outfit at K2 base camp, that meant I am into, some sort of adventures, and might be able to attempt a peak. So that message, when I was pregnant, I say that changed my life, because I before that, I never thought after kids I'll do anything like this. And I told this stranger online, I said, I'm expecting a baby. Basically, I just told him that I thought he will go quiet and he'll shut up and he'll never ask me again. Because usually in Pakistan, it was a Pakistani, it's a friend now, but it was a Pakistani guy asking me that. So his one statement changed my life. He said, so what? After you have a baby, you can come and join us, attempt the mountain. And I thought about that. I said, what? Who told me I cannot climb a mountain or do any adventurous activity after having kids? Because it's not something, although I was very adventurous anyway, but even for somebody like me, and I studied aerospace engineering. I competed as a boxer, but even then I thought, no adventure after kids. So just because he said, so what, you can join us after you have a baby, he didn't say when after the baby, but he said, join it. So after that, I completely, like, I started researching. I researched about all the mountains. I didn't climb with him, but I planned my first peak in Pakistan, my very first peak, Gasherbrum 2. It's one of the 8,000-meter peak. 8,000-meter mountains are significant because 8,000 is where the death zone starts. So I attempted it just to see how far I can reach, and I wanted to be with the mountaineers, see what they go through, feel it, experience it, and I ended up reaching the top. So that's a summary of how I planned my first 8,000-meter peak. So when I got the bike and Daniel, I mean, I heard cleats. I didn't even know what cleats were. I never saw, I didn't know there was such a thing as cleats. So I got the bike, and then Daniel explained that it's easier to use cleats on the mountain, but it takes time. So, and then I spoke to friends, and they gave me stories about how it's been 10 years they're cycling, but they don't use cleats. And then I went to the shop, and they said, "Oh, so are you getting the normal pedals?" And I thought to myself, if it's easier on the mountain with cleats, why not get cleats? And Daniel was surprised. Said, "Did you get cleats straight away? I thought you'll get used to being on the bike without cleats." So I just told myself, let's just try and we'll see. So I practiced for half an hour twice on cleats, fell 3-4 times. And because I think I heard a lot of stories from others that, oh, it's hard and it takes time, but I think I didn't let that fear sink in. After trying 2 times, I went with Maria, because she does cycling as part of her triathlete events and Ironman. And we did a long, I think first one was 20 kilometers. No issues, fell once, but not bad. And then, I went for 4 rides with her. So we did 20 kilometers, then 20 or 25 again. And then I think it was 40 or 50, I don't remember. And and then on cleats, a 5th time, I went, it was yesterday's, I think you saw yesterday, right? I went straight up to Double J's, and on the cleats, only my 5th ride, 5th. And I'm so proud of myself for not being scared, because sometimes what happens is, I think maybe I was slow. I wasn't one of the fastest or anything. I'll be quite slow, I think, because some of the teams they like experts. I think even outside of what might be Daniel or team vision, I think right now what we are going through in the world, a lot is happening, and you use the word polarization too. There's a lot of hate. There are a lot of opinions, and I mean, I think generally we're not in a good place with whatever is happening, in whether it's Middle East, whether it's Russia, Ukraine, India, Pakistan, other countries. A lot of bad things are happening, and I think even in my life, I think it's probably one of the worst times last few years. So for me, Right for Unity is just, it's a small attempt to promote peace or dialogue, because a lot of times, even when issues happen, the lack of dialogue makes things worse too. And the lack of dialogue not to sort problems or issues out, but to bring people together in a different setting where we're not discussing how to end a war or something, but understanding each other at a different level. And that maybe, hopefully, will help, so it like I said, it's a small attempt to try and bring, reduce the tension that's going around us. This is an opportunity for dialogue. Again, we will not resolve the issue there, but at least it's an opportunity for a dialogue to, I guess, an attempt to have a dialogue so people understand, and there's some sort of more comfort between two different, what solves the problem is, sitting together, speaking to each other, understanding why we are upset with each other, even if we don't solve the problem, but at least, that, again, being very open, that hate, the level of hate for each other, I mean, like I said, I'm being honest, I had that. And that also, it gave me a different lens that, it's not everybody, or it's not maybe the things that look to us or are portrayed to us are a little bit different. So I think it at least an attempt, smaller attempt for each other to understand each other's point, and to be at a different level of thinking, if that makes sense. So the purpose is to inspire others and and showcase to others that what we are like, what can be done, the dialogue and the how a diverse group of people can be put together in one place and go for the same goal, and they can go for the same goal and have fun together. So, and you're part of the WhatsApp group, and everybody's I mean, I can just share my mind in the group too. I don't know anybody there except a couple of people, and yeah, so they all seem fun. So I think that's, like I said, I never met them, but that's quite lightning for me. I don't know if you will think, but I think I'm an introvert, but it didn't take me long to, be comfortable with the group. And I think it's Daniel's leadership too. The way he is, he makes everybody feel very comfortable. Ideal situation will be that, we cannot resolve all the world's problem, and we can't eliminate hunger and poverty, but the man-made issues, the ideal position will be that the issues that we create because of differences around us, if this, right for unity can be there, think big, why not? So I think that would be great. I would love to be part of the change maker, to help people to be, I guess, again, thinking big, because right, sometimes it just feels like it's not possible, but nothing in this world is impossible. So maybe be an person who can help as part of Right for Unity, and even outside, to bring in peace, even if it's a small percentage, whether it's by dialogue or having fun with different people from different background, or going to a different place and talking about who we are. We're not who we are portrayed to be. That I think I think I should think even bigger, but I think that would be a good start. I think the only thing I would like to add as part of this is that, I mean, it's linked to resilience too, but I touched upon it, fear. When we fear something, we don't even give it an opportunity to the potential that we have. So, I mean, I'm not saying I was very scared and nervous. I didn't share it a lot, but I definitely was. And I never thought I could cycle up. I mean, I'm a mountaineer. I've climbed, I've done things that other people think are impossible. But even then I was scared of cycling up Jebel Jais because I'm not a cyclist. But I only saw that I can cycle up because I tried and I gave it a chance and grabbed the opportunity. So yeah, I think that's the only message I'd like to share at the end of this video, that never, if you have any opportunity to do something new, don't let either fear from inside or external fear stop you from doing it. And just, if somebody asks you to do something new, just say yes without thinking, and how will happen anyway. Here, people are not comfortable with change. Change and fear of change is two things that stop people from reaching their potential, from being the best version of themselves. And I think I was somebody, I growing up, I was a little bit like that. I won't say entirely, because the things I did from my university time when I started to have the opportunity. But yeah, I think if you let go of fear or tell your mind that it's okay, it's scary, but I'm gonna try it anyway, then you'll see. And if you don't enjoy it later on, you don't have to continue doing it, but at least give it a try.